So, the biggest turning point of my life was the start of my college. I was very excited to meet new people, make new friends, and be very social. The best part was I was not the only one feeling like this. All the other people of my college, they were also feeling the same thing. They were also trying to be social, so all the difficult part of approaching and talking, they were doing that thing. I was only supposed to sit and reciprocate, basically be nice to them. And that was working perfectly. I made a lot of new friends, but there was one small problem. I had no money. So, the one thing that no one talks about when it comes to socializing is that you are supposed to have money. Just to put it into perspective, this used to be my house during that time. It was a dark, gloomy place, and all the walls they were breaking down, and it was so cluttered. There were a lot of things in the house. And I wouldn't be surprised if I was the poorest guy in the class. My friends would ask me for birthday parties, for going to some trips, for going to some restaurants, and I would always make some sort of excuse like, I don't have time for this, I'm an introvert, I don't go out that much, I'm not interested, and basically try to cover the fact that I don't have money. Because in the college, you're supposed to pretend as if you're perfect. You're supposed to be rich, intelligent, you're supposed to be good looking, you're supposed to be confident, and I was trying to be all of those things. Then I saw one guy inviting someone else on a trip, and this guy was pretty confident. He was very social, he was very confident, all this stuff. This guy says that I don't have money for this. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you even supposed to say this thing? The first guy says, that is fine, maybe next time. And I'm like, what the fuck? How is this even working? Before this, I had never even considered the possibility that you can say something like this. But now, after this incident, my eyes were opened. My definition of confidence had changed completely. And according to psychology, this is true confidence. A lot of movies show that to be confident, you are supposed to have this body language, you are supposed to be loud, you are supposed to behave in a certain way, but that is not the case. According to psychology, one of the most common traits a lot of confident people have in common is self acceptance. Accepting themselves for who they are, not trying to hide anything, not trying to cover anything. This is the core of confidence. You can fix all the surface things like your body language, your posture, your way of speaking, your behavior, all this stuff, but if the foundation is not there, everything else will fall apart. Now, this sounds pretty vague, so let me give you a realistic example. So, whenever me and some of my friends we would go out for a drive in a car, we would turn on the music and start singing like maniacs. There was only one person who was not singing, which was yours truly. It was me. I was very confident that me singing is going to traumatize a few people. So I would never sing. Even if I had worked on my body language, my posture, my way of speaking, my behavior, all these surface level things, my insecurity of singing would still be very obvious here. Even if I tried to sing to fit in, to act as if I'm a normal person, that would still be not enough. I would still be insecure. The only difference would be that I would probably hide that thing better. Ideally, a truly confident guy would not even think of not singing. He would start singing without thinking about all these small things. If that would traumatize a few people, then that was still completely fine. It can be a funny experience, a funny memory. No one was going to kill me for not being able to sing properly. That was not going to happen. So, anyway, the point is, even if you try to act confident on the surface, your insecurities are going to show up in some subtle forms anyway. Even faking your body language, even though it sounds so simple, it is extremely difficult. It is almost impossible. There is this quote in psychology which says, his lips are silent, but his fingers are speaking. That is probably not the exact word for word quote, but it basically means that if you are nervous, on the surface, you can make eye contact, you can behave in a certain way, but there are still some subtle things that you cannot change. Your hands are going to start shaking. Your breathing, it is going to be more shallow. Your voice, it is going to be high pitched. You will start speaking fast. Your heart is going to beat faster. These small things you can never change. So instead of working on your body language, your eye contact, all these small petty things, let's work on your insecurities. I want you to do something and really do this thing. Don't think that I will do this tomorrow because tomorrow never comes. Take a piece of paper or open notepad or something on your phone and write down everything you are insecure about. It can be the way you look. Maybe you are skinny, maybe you are fat, maybe you are poor, you don't have a lot of money. Maybe it is some sort of childhood trauma that you have. Your parents fighting, you getting sexually assaulted as a kid. Maybe it is some sort of disease that you have. that you are hiding from other people because you are too embarrassed to talk about that. A lot of things that you don't want to admit to yourself, write them down. If you remember something in future, come back to this paper and write that thing down. Only doing this, only writing these things down, it is a huge step forward. To go a step further, you can talk about these things more openly. If someone calls you fat or skinny or something, even if that person is not trying to make fun of you, you get defensive and you don't like that. You need to start accepting these things. Now, this does not mean that you accept anything that other people throw at you. If someone calls you ugly or something, don't just blindly accept that. Don't think that, okay, I am ugly, I am always going to be ugly, and there is no changing that, my life is over, all this stuff. Don't think like that. Accepting facts about yourself, being more open, more honest, that is one thing, but blindly accepting anything anyone tells you, that is plainly stupid. So, for the step two, for the next step, try to talk to other people about your insecurities. If there is something that is too private, maybe a childhood trauma or something, you don't have to tell everyone about this thing, but still talk about this to your close friends. If even that is too difficult, talk to me. This is my email. You can message me here, and it is going to be completely free. We can talk about what you want to talk about. Your childhood trauma, maybe something that you are insecure about. We can talk about all of these things. One more thing that you can do is to stop desiring external things. This is the video where I cover that thing. Check this out. And in this video, I cover how to stop caring what other people think of you. You can check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.